Hey guys, Carrie here. Haven't done an update in a really long time. So it's about time. Oh my god. There's like so much to talk about and I don't even know where to begin. So I guess the last time I did an update was when I got back from Vegas. I was in DC for a while. And then for the last 6 weeks of summer, before coming back to Toronto, I was in Honduras. And I was doing dive research there and diving twice a day, and I had a fantastic time. It was just wonderful. Really, really wonderful. I loved it. I'm actually planning on probably going back there sometime, maybe in the spring or summer, but I'll get into that a little bit later because it might have to be delayed, but I'm not sure exactly yet. So, I had a lot of skin problems when I was in Honduras because I was in a bathing suit and I was wet like pretty much the entire time. I had a rash almost from the minute I got there and until actually I still have it. It's not totally gone. And that I attribute to all of the extra skin. I'm sure that's the problem. I was getting stuff like welts in the skin folds on my backside, and it was really, really awful and actually pretty dangerous there because, like, as it was when I was down there, I got a staph infection and a mosquito bite that was like on my foot that hadn't healed, and it could have just easily been anywhere else because I was like destroyed my body. It was terrible. But the diving was awesome. I felt good when I was there. I didn't get sick very much. But I did get sick a couple times, and I lost a lot of weight when I was there. The first 4 weeks, when I wasn't feeding myself, when I was with the travel group, and they were taking care of meals, in that first 4 weeks, I lost 15 pounds. So even though I was trying to eat as much as possible, still didn't work because I couldn't sort of like eat between meals. It was only at like the designated meal times and then like a couple of things that I had brought with the snacks like protein powder and I don't know, like Kind bars and stuff like that. Gained it all. I worked hard on getting it all back when I got back, but I haven't been feeling it. What is it now? About a month and a half ago, I ended up in hospital. I was in severe pain and I didn't know what to do. I was worried about what was happening. I went to the hospital and they didn't really find anything like usual. I've since had another endoscopy and all they ever find is gastritis. So because of the issues with the malabsorption, the intolerances, the constantly getting sick, the having to eat an enormous amount of food in order to maintain weight, I've decided it's time. I'm past my breaking point and I need to look into a revision. So when I saw my gastroenterologist, I got a recommendation for somebody and then I took that to my doctor, so she's going to be working on trying to get me in. So the saga begins now. I'm worried about it. It's going to be a much more complicated surgery. It's not a reversal because a reversal would actually be much simpler. But the problem with the reversal is that I would most likely gain back quite a bit of my weight. As it is, I've discussed it with my family and my doctor, and I'm going to try to start eating normally and see where that gets me. Yeah, because I don't think you guys quite understand the amounts that I'm dealing with. So I had to do a food diary for somebody else the other day. So I'm gonna get you what my food diary was and let you be the judge. It's crazy. This is the food diary that I wrote down for somebody else who's also experiencing problems, and she's having too much weight loss, and she wanted to get an idea of what I eat because I told her she might have to start eating a lot more if it doesn't slow down anytime soon. So, between about 7:30 and 9:30, I had 2 cups of coffee with milk, 20 pieces of maki, sushi, and 6 pieces of sashimi. Then for lunch, I had 11 pieces of breaded chicken strips. That's basically a half of a family-sized box, with marinara sauce and shredded cheese on top. And it took me like, I don't know, probably a good 2 hours to eat that. Then I had about a half of a made package of gluten-free chocolate cake, along with 3 glasses of milk, and this was intermittently between 2 and 6:30. And then at dinner time, I basically had enough for like 3 people to feed themselves, which was a whole salmon fillet, like a big one. It was probably between, it was maybe like 1.5 to 2 pounds, big thing. Total equivalent of about 3 cups of rice and 1.5 to 2 cups of peas. And then later on in the evening, I had 1 package of rice noodle soup mix, a bowl of cheesies, and a Chobani strawberry yogurt. That's insane. I literally spend most of my day preparing food, eating food, and going to the bathroom. Like, it is, I can't deal with it anymore. It's too much. So I gotta make the change. I was worried about how it was going to go to switch back to eating normally, and it was really bizarre because I had to go to the grocery store today. So walking up and down the aisles, it was weird because it felt, even though it was like normal healthy eating as opposed to eating to gain weight, it felt like I was shopping for a diet, because I was like, okay, well, I don't need to get the full fat sour cream or whatever. I can get, you know, the 5% will be fine, you know, and more fruits and veggies, and because before I was doing a lot of protein and carbs, and I don't know, like I made vegetable soup tonight for the first, because before it was like, why would I bother eating vegetable soup, because it doesn't have enough calories in it, right? And I love vegetable soup. So yeah, so I'm getting back to eating normally, so we'll see what happens with this, and if I start losing weight again. But in a way, I'm kind of relieved. We'll see how I feel if the weight starts coming off again. I also want to start exercising again, because the last exercise that I got was when I was in Honduras. I have been a lump since I got here. Haven't been feeling well. Oh, I had fire. That was all kind of wonderful things have been happening. I had a fire. First, I had problems with my computer. Then just recently, my other computer died, so I have a new computer. But I wasn't able to do all of the full data migration, and stressed out. And I was supposed to be traveling to do research from January until May, but I think the priority for me right now has to be this revision surgery. So until I hear from the surgical center, there's not too much I can plan on, because I have no idea what the timeline is going to be like, how much they're going to prioritize my case. This is like the big unexpected. I'm worried about the surgery itself, because I think what I need is a much more complicated surgery. They're going to have to switch things around. I'm going to need a RULM so that I'm not suffering constantly from gastritis, and they're going to have to make the bypass shorter, because right now I have like an over 7-foot bypass, and it's obviously way too much. Notice that I've been posting some stuff from my trip on my YouTube page. And I think I'm going to continue to do that from time to time and put interesting videos up. It's something that I really, really love, and I don't know, I like sharing with people, and I don't think my channel has to be exclusively for only talking about weight loss stuff, even though this is really only talked about weight loss stuff, and I had planned to actually do two, but I think I'm just going to keep it at this one until I know more of what's happening later and what my plans are going to be, because I had big plans for what I was going to be doing next semester, and right now I think that's all up in the air. Blah. Oh yeah, so just people who were maybe wondering about the fire thing. I had a fire in my kitchen a few weeks ago now, and it was horrifying. I thought the whole place was going to burn down, and burned my hand badly. It's looking better now. It was like a big, huge, massive blister at first. And then skinned my entire knee because I fell when I was running to pull the fire alarm at the end of the hallway. Was able to put it out before the fireman got there, but I burned myself, like I said, I burned myself on my hand, and I also burned myself on my face. You can't see it now, but I was burnt from here all the way down to here. Eyebrows singed. My eyelashes are extremely short right now because they were singed off. I singed off the hair in my nose. The inside of my mouth was burnt. I consider myself extremely, extremely lucky that I wasn't hurt worse than I was. I still had to spend 2-3 days in the hospital. And that wasn't pleasant, but like I said, I can't complain. It could have been so much worse. Okay, so it's been a stressful fall for me this year, and hoping to get things back on track soon. And sorry, this wasn't that exciting. It was kind of downer stuff, but I mean, it is what it is. It's what I'm dealing with right now. Not too much fun, but hopefully I'll get all this stuff figured out and be on my way with the rest of my life. Anyhow, hope you guys are all doing well. Bye. Oh, and I also wanted to say, if you voted for me for the WLS Community Awards, thank you very, very much, because I won for MGB. Or there's not too many of us out here. I would recommend you also look at some of the other people in the community, such as Laurel, because he's had more of a typical MGB experience than I did. Where he hasn't had as tough a time with it. It doesn't happen to very many people, the experience that I've had to deal with in the past 3 years. So anyhow, thanks again. Have a good night.